Hi, purpose of this video is to give you a quick refresh on the demonstration I did on class on how to use WiseWindow to get a grip on a brand's essence. So let's walk through. After you log in, you'll land on the dashboard page and you should see this. And we're going to use two tools, and again, this is 2% of everything that WiseWindow can do, but we're going to focus for our purposes mostly on Tracker. Right here, click on that. Things should load up. We have access to 4 different, come on baby, there you go, 4 different data sets: airlines, autos, CEA, which is consumer electronics, and music. And for our purposes today, as we know the assignment deals with both cars and music, we're going to dive into the ineffable essence of Mr. Justin Bieber. Although you can see we have lots and lots of different candidates and musical groups to deal with, to choose from. And this is because WiseWindow itself, as a West Coast operation, is doing a lot of work in the entertainment business. So, having chosen the music domain, we have a couple of choices. The single button will give us a single artist or single dimension view. The multiple button will give us the comparison review. In this case, we're just going to deal with a single person. It's an autocomplete. There are a lot of Justins. We'll go with Justin Bieber. And as I've showed you once before, there are activity buttons over on the left side that show different aspects of it. We'll go first for just the tracking of the volume, and everything that you do has to be activated by clicking the View Results button. We're querying the cloud, so sometimes it takes longer than others, but it will come along. Initially, we have a couple of different sets of graphs. We have the sentiment index and the opinion volume. The sentiment index, higher is more positive. If it's below 50, you're getting into a net negative territory. It's the ratio of positive to negative opinion. In this case, as you can see, it's a very positive opinion of 83. So people like this guy, in some cases for reasons that I don't understand, but it doesn't matter. What I think doesn't matter. And in fact, there's lots of volume behind it. We can do some comparisons in a second, but we can see that here we are touching 90,000 comments, and this is on a per day basis. Let's compare, come on baby, let's compare Justin Bieber to Lady Gaga. In fact, let's take Lady Antebellum because we know their volume isn't nearly as high. Now, by the way, some of the functionality goes away in the comparison view. Once again, I hit the wrong button. We can export everything to Excel, so I probably need to back up. But let's look at the results. Coming along, querying the cloud, pulling the Lady Antebellum data for the first time. There we go. See, I told you could download it. In fact, that was a mistake. We don't want to do it. Well, in this case, comparing Justin Bieber in the teal to Lady Antebellum in the black, we can see, in fact, that Lady Antebellum has even more positive opinion than Justin Bieber, almost universally positive. But their volume, except for Grammy night, their volume isn't nearly as high. So this is a way that we can start to understand who has the buzz. Now let's go back to the single artist view and continue diving into Justin Bieber. How do people think of him? Let's click on the dimension charts. Well, in many cases there are pre-canned dimensions based on things that turn up again and again, and we could see abilities or activity or attractiveness, originality, popularity. Now, Bieber, of course, is a special case because he wins, given the nature of his audience and the nature of their engagement, which is extraordinary. He wins on every single quality. He beats Lady Gaga for originality. And we can see the rank of these attributes up here and what the trend is over time and where they cross over. We used to have a celebrity data set, and it was interesting to watch celebrities when something happened and they got into trouble, when Charlie Sheen gets into trouble, and how a positive trend tanks all of a sudden and things turn around. So you could play those games also, and this is especially important to think of when you have a brand that is in some trouble. We have the components of the emotion and their ranking. Now we can also, by the way, choose the attributes to be analyzed and look at it this way. However, for purposes of really understanding what's going on beyond the can dimension, what people are saying, it's nice to be able to look into the word clouds, which you'll see in the word clouds and verbatims buttons. A lot going on here with Justin, and in this case, of course, these are the other comments that are in the cloud. Let's see what they're saying about Justin Bieber and Lady Gaga. Clicking that, we see all of the, in some cases, quite rude and crude comments the public is saying about them. So using this, we can start to really distill what's the buzz, what are the components of the buzz, what do people really think of this person, and what values does he represent. Let me take you to one last place. Let's see, who's hot and who's not. And this is the ranking button. There we go. Ranking all of the celebrities, I think. Yep, going up to 500 in the data set. And while these are all considered to be musical celebrities, there are other exceptions. I think I saw LeBron James go by a moment ago. In terms of what their rank change is, a change with a blue is a positive change, a change with a red is a negative change. So who's moving up, who's moving down, what is the growth in volume? Lady Gaga is, Justin's hot, Lady Gaga's hotter. And what is the negative change? So using these tools, I hope you'll be able to see how you can mine social media data to understand the essence of a brand, and you can use that to compare one brand in one category to another brand in another category and see how the two fit together. I hope this has been helpful for you. If you're interested in further information, send me an email and I'll record new videos. Thanks a lot. Take care.